Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the December 16th meeting of the East Hempfield Township Recreation Authority. As we always do, I want to remind everyone that the meeting is being recorded and Robert's rules will apply. First thing we'll do this evening is stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, as we usually do, we'll start with our standing committee reports this evening. If we have any, lease negotiating and real estate committee. Mr. Trump, Rhodes, and Mr. Krimmel, who's not here tonight, but anything to report from lease negotiations?
No, nothing more than from our last meeting when we sat with Blue Collar and talked with them a little bit.
So I did get a quote from them regarding their work they want to do for that wall. And he said he would get me a plan, but he hasn't done that yet. So the quote was like for $7,600, which is their cost, but I don't have a plan yet, so they don't get approval.
Does he need engineered plans?
He does, which is what he was waiting for.
You're talking about the renovation inside.
Yes.
Like, and I'm just, because I was talking with them on a separate matter. So like stamped approved plans.
Because it's commercial.
Yeah, I think one of his worries was that that's going to cost him almost as much as the project. Like,
well, that's what that's what they found out when they were talking about
The deck, yeah.
right? Is there? So he came up with a 7,600.
He has a contractor's quote for I think it's 7,600. And he said the plan would follow. That was a week ago.
And I think at the last meeting, we said we were going to hold off on any approvals until we saw plans, correct?
Correct.
My view, I think we should sort of stay with that. Before we approve anything, see plans first. What do you guys think?
sounds good. Agreed.
Agree.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like I said, when I was talking with him, I don't know. I mean, if he said he was getting them, that's fine, but it didn't sound like he wanted to get an engineer out there for the renovation. I don't know what he did after that, but I know.
Yeah, I
he's
don't
just-
remember. I don't recall who.
I guess I would say, we're not really doing anything structural to the building, correct? We're just sort of partitioning off the building differently.
That wall would be structural. It wouldn't, I don't think it's going to the ceiling. Well, maybe it is. It's not going all the way across.
I mean, is it going to be a load-bearing wall?
No.
No,
So it's more of a partition than anything else.
right.
Yeah, it's just an interior wall that essentially can be load bearing, I guess, because the other load bearing walls go that way, but it's not relevant to holding the structure up.
And how much in the way of, let's just say mechanical will be required? Electric,
I think he's putting 2 outlets or 3 outlets in the new wall. That's it.
and that's it.
Yeah, they're just basically what they're trying to say is they want to take away the folding doors. So they're just going to remove the doors and that's going to be an open and move the wall back a little bit so that it separates off a little bit of storage space behind and sets up a nice area for them to put a buffet in against that wall where they can plug everything in and have everything. I just know that his concern to me, and I just told him obviously we can't, you got to send him what you have, but he was saying that and the engineered drawing is going to be 2,500 to $3,000 at a minimum. And project 76, I guess. I didn't know what the project was, but
Well, I guess I would say
it's not our problem, but yeah.
And the plans aren't for us, it's for the building inspectors and the code guys. They're the ones that are requiring the stamp plans.
Okay. All right, well, let's stay on the track we're on for now, I would say. And then,
So he got a quote from Dryson Towels out of Marietta. 7650.
for plans.
No, for the work. Remove the doors, add the wall. 28 foot by 9 foot high, metal studs, drywall, and then baseboard. Doesn't say anything about electric. That's probably on top of the 76.5.
Okay, well, I guess I would say I'm good with a plan. And like you said, we have to have something for our people. So can we communicate that to him?
I mean, he knows he needs stamp plans. That's what we told him.
Okay, all right. All right, sounds good. All right, let's move on to Finance and Operations Committee. Mr. Lounsbury, Lundy, and Enoch. Anything to report, guys? John?
No, I think it's pretty much, waiting on Gorski to get a quote back at this point.
That's for the golf shop renovation, right?
Mhm.
Yes. Your idea to, keep it within the little shop or whatever, not expand and build a building, which was a good idea.
They were out on Friday to do field measurements, so that should be forthcoming. And he had said he was going to give it to us for the January meeting. So
And we're looking at significant savings, right?
he wouldn't commit, but we were trying to pin him down to 500 or 750.
Well, 750. I mean, we're in pretty good shape financially to handle something like that, I would think.
Correct.
Just without much stress for anyone. Just based on what I think we'll have it available at the end of the year. I mean, we gotta wait and see, but that sounds a lot better. Okay,
I would think if we got to that lower amount of dollars, that we wouldn't be necessarily looking at a bond issue. That it's gonna be a bank loan, it might be something we could handle without actually having to have a financial consultant. Just my thought.
okay. Well, right now, I guess we'll continue to keep the financial consultant proposal tabled
Right.
until we hear back on the new plan, and then make a decision at that point about how and if and when we move forward with a financial consultant. That sound about right?
Mhm.
Okay. Maintenance facility, moving that at this point is sort of on hold, based upon our SRBC grant, or not SRBC grant, but we've sort of moved away from this CRAP funding from the state, and we're gonna break it into some pieces. So we'll go after some awards and grants, and hopefully we'll go after them in the early part of hopefully next year, and be able to move this project forward on some level in 2026. Obviously, we're not going to really complete anything, but again, I say and know that baseball is ready to go. So let's hopefully we'll be able to get some grant possibilities in the hopper. Any thoughts or comments?
We're still waiting on the NPDS permit as well. That's been filed, so it
I
should
was
be.
going to ask you about that.
Yeah, we haven't received it yet.
But we should get that pretty soon, though.
Correct.
That's, again,
Yes,
it's been in the hopper for quite a while.
yes.
Okay. And then I'll just point out that we did get, I think perhaps some good news from Bob, who alerted us to an opportunity for perhaps a grant opportunity for our sprinkler work that we're looking at down the road also. So we'll hopefully be able to take a look at that also. Okay, any questions or comments on that? All right, moving on, we have budget actual reports for November. We have a budget to actual report. Two quick questions. This is a report through 10/31, correct?
Through November 30.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking at the header on the,
Yeah, it says 10/31.
it's an October report. So these are financial numbers through the end of October, correct?
No, they're as of November 30. That's what they're dated. Their trial balance is dated November 30. Maybe the other one's not.
This,
Yeah, the general.
That one says 10/31.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
one here.
Yeah, that's closing 10/31. So as of 10/31.
yeah, the trial balance is November. And capital is also November. So I have the
I
wrong.
see that, yeah,
I have the wrong general. I'll update that so that you
Okay.
have that.
that'd be great. And so will we be updating just the header, or will the numbers change?
Numbers will change.
The numbers will change, so they'll be even better than they are today.
Correct.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so was my question on the budget to actual. Got that, and then,
Hey, Tom, got a question.
sure, go.
Future expenses, you know what I mean? Golf carts, irrigation system. Do we put any money in the budget to start to save money for those expenses? Because I don't see it anywhere, and I'm just wondering if it's embedded in some way or another. And it's just, it's just your personal budget. You're going to buy a car in 4 years, you can try to set aside some money before you go buy your car.
My thought on that is that we have a golf operations committee,
Mhm.
right? I think we should I was thinking perhaps we should establish a capital, plans for a capital budget, things that we need we'll need down the road, or things that we need to buy, like the sprinkler system.
Yeah.
We know we've got that coming down the pike. I'm not sure where I know it's somewhere we have information on equipment, what we have, how old it is, when we need to replace it. I think it would be a good idea if we sort of kept an eye on that, similar to the way we look at some of these other things. So Ryan and John and Doug, perhaps you could take a look at that, pulling that information together for the next meeting. Looking out 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. I don't know if we have to look out that far, but just looking out into the future, what will our need be for capital improvements, or money for capital improvements?
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yep.
Could we put that in the report that we have for all the maintenance hardware and kind of like the usable life for those, and when the expectation is that we're going to have to replace some of those machines? I thought we had a schedule somewhere.
Yeah, there's an Excel spreadsheet somewhere that
There is.
dives into all that, and I thought we set aside some stuff for equipment in the budget.
And maybe just for the golf carts, not necessarily the irrigation project. I would think something like that is You know, I don't know the last time it was done, but that might be kind of the reason that we have that capital maintenance reserve that we, I think, fund to the tune of $400,000 to $500,000 every year for one-off projects.
Well, we can use capital reserve for those types of projects, absolutely, but right now it's just sitting there as a capital reserve, and without any real projects against the funding. At least I don't think there are at this point.
Your 2026 budget document has a long-range projection going out to 2029.
What page? was
Certainly
that?
can be fine-tuned, the very last page of your budget,
Last page?
last page. I mean, that can be fine-tuned because it's kind of a skeleton at this point.
What page was that, Cindy? I'm sorry.
The last page.
8?
Yep, long range.
The general fund also has a long range on it as well. So your long range general is estimating about 160,000 through 2029 going into your capital reserve. So you see that going in. And of course, your ending balance is climbing. In 2029, you should have 350,000. Assuming your capital items, which is the maintenance equipment. But again, we can better define that. And Jim said maybe 3-4 years. So maybe you should put the golf carts in there in 29 or move it out to 30 or 31. Budget for those.
Again, I think it would be a good process for that committee to keep their eye on that and report in on at each meeting. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions?
Cindy, on page, on the capital reserve page
Yep.
for November, is there a formula error
Very possible.
under the 2025 budget? It's showing property improvements, 341,812. Then the revenue, then the grand expenditure total, and it comes down to 72,312. 25 year to date is a negative 57. Was the budget to be a positive 72 or a negative 72?
I'm not following where you're at. On the capital. 2025.
Capital reserve, down
capital
at the
reserve.
bottom, looking at 25 budget, the numbers in the bold black. Budget called for a positive 72 based on the year to date and how that math works. It looked like that should be a negative 72.
Negative 70. I'm not seeing the 72.
At very bottom, grand total 72,312 for the 25 budget in the capital reserve page under
This
this
is,
November report.
this is going back to our budget or our reports. The,
Yeah, the November
yeah, this
report.
isn't the,
Not
This
the
isn't the
budget.
budget?
No,
no,
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
One here.
It's the report ending 11/30.
The capital
2025 budget.
yeah.
Okay, now I'm on the right document.
Yeah, there should be something because budget 72 and we're at negative 57, but our numbers are
Good.
good. They're there.
Yeah, I mean, that comes right through from our computer program. So
Well,
the formulas are embedded, but
total
Yeah.
EHRA credit reserve property improvements. Total.
Yeah, it's just that last number there. It doesn't make any sense, really.
Well, but if you look though, like, right, so you're starting at that 341, 812 number. Is what we have budgeted. But on the year to date, we only have 184. So that's where it might be throwing that off. But that's just a total.
The number that's the biggest difference is the golf equipment loan payable. The 142,000 is in the budget. It's not showing in year to date. That's a payment, is it not?
Yeah,
Not revenue.
that's actually set up as a liability account. That's an 08-2560. So it really shouldn't be part of your budget. It should be down below, as I was told by Joe Robinson. But the way this system prints it, which we can change, it reflects it as the total, as part of the total in there. Because you'll never see that payable come through on year to date. But let me check with Joe Robinson tomorrow and rerun the report possibly.
Okay, just some clarification on that one. Sounds like required. And on the trial balance. So we have 464,000 in almost 65,000 in a balance in our checking account. Is that correct?
464, yes.
Okay. And then we have another 225 and 47 in a capital reserve account and a certificate.
Your certificate just came up for renewal on Friday. We have put that in again to plague it for 150 days, which runs into May. Their rate is 3.79.
That's pretty competitive right now for 6 months.
So once we close out the end of the year too, I'll take some of that 464,000 and also get a certificate.
And we'll keep about what, 172,000, I think is the number we,
In the general fund, yes, but not in the capital. I'll have to take a look as to, it's going to be a bit till we get that equipment in for 100,000, which is probably our biggest expenditure out of capital
okay.
coming in 26. If that's past May, then we'll just put most of it in a CD.
Good. And that'll pay for a big, if we wanted to, it would pay for a big piece of the renovation. But we'll probably want to spread it out, but we'll see when the time comes. Okay, thank you. And then anything on the invoices payable, anyone have any question on? Pretty straightforward. Okay, then do we need to vote on the financial reports?
No, just the cash requirements.
Just the cash requirements?
Correct.
Okay. All right, with that, I'll hear a motion to accept the cash requirement report November 19th to December 16th.
I'll
Do I
make a
hear a
motion.
motion? Motion from Mr. Trump. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, motion from Mr. Trump. I hear a second from Mr. Rhodes. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Thank you. And then just in terms of the action items, well, we did talk a little bit about the blue collar. Anything more on the budget discussion? I think we have, do we have enough information? Are there any questions? Should we vote on the budget tonight or do you want to push it till January?
I don't really have any questions unless we wanted to build in some type of balance for improvements, but, or look at building something like that in.
With typically, we can adjust the budget 10% either way, right, Cindy?
On this budget, there's no restrictions.
There's no
That was just
restrictions
the
on
board's
that.
budget.
So we could add it to the budget whenever we wanted.
Right, you would just take a motion to amend the budget. And we do have the equipment upgrades in there, the 2 mowers that Don wants already in there.
In there, right?
Yeah.
Saw that.
We do have the 1.75 in there as well. And there was discussion last time, did you want me to keep it there, take it out, or what you want to do
I'm sorry, 1.75?
for the Pro Shop project? In the capital.
My recollection is that's pretty far out, right?
It was going to be a 2026 project,
It was.
yes.
Was.
So you've got a 1.25 million loan coming in, and then a 1.75 project going out in 26.
Let's, I mean, I'd be, I mean, I would think we should, at a minimum, reduce the numbers. I think we keep it in the budget, but I'd be okay, reducing the, coming into maybe 750,000 and going out, $1 million. Again, hoping that it winds up being less on both fronts.
A borrowing of 750,000?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have at least no matter what, we'll have at least 250,000 to put towards the project if we want to.
You may have, well, currently your capital has 737. You're basically spending 138,000 next year in your capital. So 737 minus 138, that's basically 600,000 towards the project, if you wanted to clear it.
Right.
Right.
So safely, you could probably budget 500.
500 going in?
500 payment toward the project,
Right.
which you wouldn't really budget the payment because that's your funds.
Right.
You just eliminate the 1.25 and set your expense at 750.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do that. Make that adjustment.
And then I'll remove the debt service as well. Thinking you won't need the debt.
Mhm.
That's 55,000.
Ryan, you're the financial guy. You think that's a good move?
I mean, the only thing I would say is if we had a down year next year, we wouldn't really have much savings to help offset any budget deficit that we would have from unplayable days, things like that. But that came across my mind that if we don't need to, 1, take out any debt, we save on the interest, and 2, if we're just going to pay essentially cash for it, we don't have to engage with PFM and we can eliminate whatever their fee was going to be as well.
And
Because if we're not doing any debt, then we don't need, in my mind, if we're just going to pay cash for it, then I don't see a role that they would play. I don't know if anybody would have a different opinion than I would on that, but I don't understand why we would need to have an engagement with any financial firm if we're just dealing with the contractor directly.
No, I agree with that also. And I'm not saying we pay cash or close to cash for the project. Because again, we don't want to draw down and leave ourselves bare for a situation exactly like you're expressing, where we have a down year on golf and we need to continue operations. So Um, But I do think reducing it to what we've just talked about is a correct
Yeah.
move.
I think Cindy was saying that you were trying to nail him down between 6 and 750, or at least gave him an idea. So I think if we put 750 in as the loan and upgrades at 1 million, that should cover what we're thinking, and we don't have to necessarily use all that from a loan standpoint, but budget it in there.
Okay, well,
That's what you were saying, right? Take the 1.25 to 750,
right.
and then our property upgrades, instead of having 1.75, we can have,
Well, we'd have, if we take the loan to 750, we,
that would be saying we're budgeting that we're gonna take a loan for the whole thing, but could wipe all of it out
right,
if we wanted to.
if we wanted to, right.
Or,
And I think doing it that way gives us a little flexibility on for the year in terms of finance.
So 750 loan,
Loan proceeds.
1 million project.
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds,
And I'll put a little in then for debt service.
I would agree with that.
good.
I do have a question about the budget, Cindy. On the operating fund, page 1, the health, liability, and disability insurance for the golf course operations shows a $28,000 drop in the 26 budget versus the 25 budget. It's still higher than what 25 is projected. For maintenance, health, life, disability insurance, it's a pretty big jump for 26. It's a 51% jump. So on the golf course side, it's a decrease. On the maintenance side, it's a hefty increase. I just wonder about that. So page 3 is where the golf course maintenance, it's basically the same line item, 4156, just a different 451 in front of it. So
So in 2025, we had an employee that we left go in Pro Shop.
okay,
So that's why that was higher. He is not, he's been replaced. He's been replaced with a under 26-year-old, so he's on his parents' plan.
okay,
So that's why that's a little lower. Plus the
that's good.
income increase in rates accounts for that additional monies. Then in
On the golf course maintenance side.
maintenance, we moved, per your request, or allowed, Charlie Hess was in Public Works. He then moved to the golf course, and he has a family plan. Family plan is 48,000 a year, roughly.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And then under fertilizer chemicals, same page, page 3,
Mhm.
we're projected for 123,000, yet through October, which because that's the October
Mhm.
front page that we had in our individual reports, shows we're actually at 133,860. So we're already well above the projected 25, and then our 26 request is 125. Do we need to adjust that to be closer to what we're doing this year?
So unfortunately, Don's not online, but what happens with the chemical, he orders at the end of the year, and then he gets rebates throughout the year. So the net result is about the budget number. It's definitely going up a little bit, but the rebates, the 138, probably doesn't reflect the rebates that we are due with the
Okay.
effective date of October.
Okay, thank you.
And it's my understanding that fertilizer has gone up more than just a little bit. It's
Yes.
there's been a significant jump in fertilizer prices.
And we had a wet spring too, so we used a lot of it.
Right.
Well, not fertilizer, but chemicals.
Okay. All good questions, all good pickup.
Mhm.
Thank you. Do, so I guess my next question would be, do you want to approve the budget tonight, or you want to make the changes and come back at the next meeting and just approve the final one? I'm polling everybody.
There's no benefit to approving it now without the changes, so I'd say we just hold off.
Okay,
That makes sense.
okay,
I'd agree.
okay. So we'll hold off to the next meeting to approve the budget, but we'll make the changes and we should be good to go.
Would it help if I change the numbers in the projections to maybe November 30? Would that help you at all?
Yes.
Well, actually, I could put probably December 30. There just wouldn't be audited numbers. So I could give you a full year.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be bad to be able to see that.
You mean where we are,
At our next meeting.
actual numbers rather than
Yeah, because our generals was
Yeah,
was
that
October
would be great.
31st, so.
if we had,
Okay, I can do that.
thank you, that would be great. Okay, another item here that we have for this evening is discussion on meeting dates and times for 2026. You can see the date that we're planning on meetings. Any questions or issues with this? Assume that these are all third or fourth Wednesday of the month, with the exception of November and December. Any questions or issues?
Nope.
Okay, I think we're good.
And we're
Good
holding
there.
at 7 PM.
Hmm?
We're holding at 7 PM.
Well, that was my next.
Oh, sorry.
You wanna, there has been some discussion about moving the meeting time from 7 PM to 6 PM. Any preferences? Like it the way it is? Be better if we went to 6. I know we have at least one person on the authority that's probably not gonna, move into 6 is not gonna work. I can tell you that the Board of Supervisors is most likely gonna move to 6 PM. The Planning Commission is not, so don't feel like we have to, or don't feel like we gotta do one or the other.
Neither is
So-
the zoning hearing board.
And,
The zoning hearing board is not moving either.
and they're not moving either, okay. So, I mean,
I'm comfortable leaving it at 7.
Same.
Yeah, 6
Okay.
6 just presents a
I know,
little additional.
6 would be really a possible conflict.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Dave, okay.
The rec center.
7, okay, John?
Yes.
How about you, Ryan?
That's good with me. We don't want to lose Dave.
All right, yeah, we gotta. All right, so we'll keep it at 7.
Thank you.
Awesome. Jim, we gonna melt any snow and get any golf in the rest of the year?
We're cranking the heaters up to get rid of it.
Attaboy, attaboy.
We're hoping maybe that Saturday, if we get the warm up they're calling for on Thursday and Friday.
Mhm. Good, good. Well, obviously, we're having a good year. Thanks for all the work and effort that you and your staff have put in. I really have no real questions of Jim. Well, the other side, when will you decide on rates for next year, Jim? I know you do.
Typically, we start looking at that in February and get an idea what other courses are thinking about doing. But typically, we try to go up anywhere from 2 to 5%.
Okay. Can, it might be helpful for us can you tell us what the rates were on one sheet of paper? Could you put what the rates were this year, 2025, and what they were last year, and maybe even 2023? Just to see if, give us an idea what the progression was.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Any
Yep.
questions for Jim? from the group?
Jim, you have any questions for us or something you would like to see in the new year?
Bonuses for everybody.
You got $300. What do you want?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh, The issue of a incentive does interest me. I actually was thinking about that driving here tonight. When we talk about managing people and managing processes. I don't know if we're bound to doing it a certain way based on what the township, but perhaps that's something we should look at. And incentives having to do with work performance. Again, I know because of the seasonality of golf, things can go up and down, but might be something to consider, just discuss it at a future date. Okay, anything else?
If we could just back up to the budget just for 1 second.
Sure.
As part of the budget process, you're setting salaries. So if I could have a motion that authorizes the township to pay 4% for the 2026 increases. Since you're not adopting your full budget, because there will be payrolls in
That's right,
January.
there's gonna be payroll in January.
Mhm.
Okay, so
I would make a motion to adopt a 4% increase in salaries
for the golf course.
for the golf course. Yes,
For the 2026 year.
for 2026 year.
I'll second.
4% budgeted amount.
Yeah, that's what was in there, I believe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
No second.
Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Trump. Second from Mr. Lounsbury. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. I'm sorry, 6-0.
Thank you.
4% on my mind. Okay. Anything else tonight, guys? I don't see much public comment out there. Okay, doesn't appear we have anything else. With that, then I'll just,
We need to accept the minutes.
oh, yeah. Okay. All right, I'll hear a motion to approve any questions or comments on the November 18th minutes? Any adjustments?
Wasn't
Anything-
our meeting canceled in November?
October was.
Mhm.
Oh, October. Got it.
Okay. Okay. Hearing no adjustments, I'll hear a motion to approve the November 18th meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Motion from Mr. Bennett, a second from Mr. Trump. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay. Now we can adjourn the meeting and I'll wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, Chris.
Have a great night.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you.
So did everybody get a bonus or just Jen?